Hello everyone. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Alright, let's see what we got for you today. We have a pretty good looking car. It was futuristic for its time, considered an odd vehicle back in 1995. Now this is a by the way, it's a 143 scale. It's a 1995 Fiat Brava. Now the Fiat Brava came out like in the mid 90s. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it was considered very odd for a few Fiat lovers. You know, that's the 90s was the era that a lot of cars started turned from being squarish to like it went to all the other side of the spectrum, which was very rounded and very futuristic. A lot of cars like the 90s Ford Scorpio and other cars like the Ford Taurus in America in the 90s. Other vehicles. The Volkswagen came back in the 90s. The Volkswagen Beetle, a very rounded car. Even Volvo started in the 90s with the S80, changing all their looks from being a square box type of car to like a more rounded shape. So, but this one was considered a bit too odd. Now, the Brava had a brother called the Bravo. Not very hard to remember. One with an A, the other one's with an O. The Bravo was the hatchback version. Now, these vehicles were sold between 1995 and 2003. Now, in 2001, they stopped in Europe. But this vehicle was also produced in Brazil, and in Brazil they produced it until 2003. I have to say, I like the shape. I don't know how odd it looked. The back, it could be, those tail lights, those three separate, tail lights each side. But it's not that odd. It's not like the shape was altogether super weird or something that you couldn't really distinguish. The front, the front look, obviously, it took over, the Brava took over the Tempra, if I'm not mistaken. The Tempra was, was a lot more square, and the Tipo also were square boxes. Now, when the Bravo and the Brava came out, obviously it's a lot different. It went from a square box to a rounded looking vehicle. They were four cylinders. They were considered small family vehicles in Europe. This car in North America, it would have been considered a small car. I seen them in person. They're not that big, but for European standards, they are small family vehicles. Now, you know, but I find them very attractive. I don't know what you guys think about them. I don't think they're bad looking cars. The Marea was also another vehicle that came out around that era, and it was also very shaped, rounded. So, it was not a bad looking car. The 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 Bravo was actually more rounded. Their tail lights were all round in the back. But it was an attractive car. It was an attractive car. In 1999, it had a bit of a makeover. Very minimal, not too much. But engine wise, like I said before, they were all four cylinders, except for it was like a hot hatch. It had like a five-cylinder vehicle, which I'm reading right now. Actually, I didn't know about that. Had a five-cylinder 2.0. Very attractive. Very very. But the smaller engines were like a 1.4. 79 horsepower. It went from a small engine to like a hot hatch. Alright guys, I'm gonna let it go around a few times to You can have a nice look at the car and enjoy it. Alright guys, so coming back from what we're talking about the vehicle. What do you guys think about this vehicle? Do you remember it back in the days when it came out in the 90s? You know, you never seen one in person. Maybe they were not sold in your country. I know this Fiat was not like the most popular, obviously, because a lot of people didn't find them to be what they were looking for. But did they sell in your country? Do you still see them on the road? Do you like them? Do you find them attractive? Did you find them attractive back then when they came out? Or you were able to drive one of these. Maybe you got the pleasure to rent one or buy one. Or on the other end, you're like me, we collect diecast and you're glad you're seeing this car be represented and and you enjoy seeing this type of cars. Like I said, I always put all type of cars. I don't just put one type. I'm not into sports. I'm not into sedans. I'm not into minivans or commercial or hatchbacks. I put everything from every part of the world. Every part of the world. As long as I have it, I post it, and I like them. That's my collection's open. It's not just stuck in one type of car or one type of era. No. Alright guys, so don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button. It will remind you when I'm posting more videos. And please do not forget to give me a nice thumbs up. It shows me that you're enjoying the video as much as I enjoy making them. Take care of yourselves more than ever. I always say that, more than ever. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on my next video. Goodbye.